again saying hi.
So are you ready to kind of start us off?
Yes. So, welcome everyone. This is April 2026 Positivity Circle. Let me give a little overview of what to expect. So, the session will last for approximately an hour. First half of the session, we are going to review the theme from last month. And if you remember the theme, please put it in the chat for those who do not remember. And then we will have our, I have a name for it now. We will do our cosmic meditation. And we have a surprise artist singing the Serene Sisters song today. She's here. So I will reveal it when it is time. And then I will reveal the theme for next month. Then we will talk about the theme. And at the end, there will be recitation. Again, I have surprise recitations. And I have a surprise guest who will come and sit next to me. So a lot of things that I have surprises today for. So stick around. Also, we all realize that there are a lot of problems in our personal life, in our social life, in our globally, we know. And it can get depressing, but that's why we have this positivity circle. So for this 1 hour, try to push aside all your worries. We cannot fall into despair. So this 1 hour, we have each other. And just push aside any negative thoughts about your job, your boss, your whatever that is, your health, or whatever is going on, horrible things that are going on in the world. Just push aside those thoughts and let's center on positivity. We have each other, and that's a reason for joy. Speaking of joy, Apple's joined, right? I see her. So Apple has, in the last session, she had mentioned the song, which I listened, and I will try to practice and sing it in one of these sessions. It was a great song. So thank you, Apple. Okay, let's see. Do you want to cover the comments we have so far, Kathy or Cheryl?
Sure. So everybody's kind of saying hello. Apple, Ramya is here, which is awesome. Welcome. Christine is here, and good afternoon to you as well. You must be on the West Coast, I'm thinking. And then Apple and I have been talking a little bit because she was saying she's having trouble finding soy milk powder in Canada. And I was like, don't forget, we're coming to see you in August. And I think that's most of it. So I'm trying to sit back and let you drive, but I am happy to pop in with comments and anything else that comes up. And
yeah, if you don't mind popping the comments so that they will appear on my channel as well.
Absolutely. Here, let me move this down. And I'll just go through them little by little, all the highs. Everybody saying hi back the way I like it.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. And then I was asking if people, because you had mentioned, did you know the topic from last month? And this month, I remember it. but I didn't want to eclipse anyone else.
Okay. No one has said anything. So, anyone from the audience remembers the topic from last time?
It was one I was excited about, even though I did it a little differently. No.
I can barely remember my own name right now, so
All right.
I'm having
Kathy,
a
go ahead.
very heavy ADHD day, so I apologize if I lose words or whatever during this time.
And Jeremy's here.
Hey, Jeremy.
And everybody's probably going, that's not what that says. It's just, I know who it is. He's my friend. And what is it? Erie line?
Erie line, like Lake Erie.
Yeah, it's one of those Ohio things that I don't understand. But welcome, Jeremy. Okay, so I'm going to say it. And then if I'm wrong, it'll be pretty funny. But I'm pretty sure it was creativity.
You're right.
Woo! I'm having a little dance party now.
Woohoo!
Right?
Okay, so on creativity, Kathy, let's hear you. What did you try?
Well, it's funny because I was going to try working some with the camera. Remember that little camera? And I did a little bit, but then it started really frustrating me because I didn't do the due diligence and watch enough things. So settings would just change and I wouldn't understand why. But I changed to a new special interest for this trip, which has been both fun and a little bit exacerbating, which is finding the best bags for this really long trip. And I know it sounds like that's not very, but it's also how I'm putting stuff in and like seeing all that. So what's been really positive about it is I've been kind of having this burnout for several months, and just to have something that kind of sparked me was very exciting. And then like I packed things last night, unpacked things, packed things again, and then I feel like I'm getting it where I need to. But it was fun just to have like a big brain puzzle. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds really silly.
I know what you mean. Yes. Yeah, and considering that you travel extensively, having a bag is very, very essential that you like it and that you're comfortable with it. And you can organize it the way you want.
It's interesting because so far we found a suitcase we really like, and we've been doing well with those. And then I even found another little suitcase I like. But with backpacks and stuff, Cheryl's like, oh, this is going to be the best backpack. So I'm like, okay. And it works fine, but I don't love it. And then I got this Bagolini from TJ Maxx that's a backpack, and it is a bottomless pit. But it fits me. It's made to fit a woman. So, which I know sounds silly compared to everything else, but I'm also 5'1". So I think maybe that it fits me as a short person in a way that the other bag wasn't fitting.
The other bag kind of touches your butt when it's.
It kind of goes, yeah. And this kind of goes right where my strong part is, like right by my top of my hips. And it was fun.
I relate with that, Kathy. Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I relate with that so much as a short person. And I feel bad about this, but I have actually declined to accept gifts as bags. People were lovingly gifting me bags, and I declined because I said I have such specificity about what purse I can have that I just cannot accept it. It takes me a long time to replace my purse because it has to fit me. It has to, it has to fit all the things I need it to fit inside, and all that. So
And
I'm
what's really
completely,
funny, and this is totally off topic too, but it was part of my creative process is going into YouTube and doing a lot of deep research because I really enjoy that. It seems like that's more analytical other than creative, but that's how I do my cookbooks. I like do this deep dive. And for men, there are all these videos about everyday carry. Like hundreds, thousands maybe. And it's so interesting that once I saw a couple by men, then I went, oh, they're thinking about it differently. There's times I've thought, oh, I just need a really big bag. And then I'm like, if I have a really big bag, I'm going to fill it too full. And because I have no restraint when it comes to that. But
she will fill every space in a bag like within an inch of its life.
that's my superpower. I'm good. I can get anything in a suitcase. But it
and
was
can
really
you
fun.
find what you need?
Yes. Now, this trip suitcase is a little different because we're gone for 9 weeks, and we will have temperatures from 30 degrees to 80 degrees.
Wow.
That makes it hard. It makes it a challenge. And then to add insult to injury, we also have one flight in there
A European flight.
in Europe where the size restrictions and the weight restrictions are much lower than ours. So
Yeah. You
That
know
makes it
what
hard.
my superpower is when it comes to traveling? My superpower is being able to travel anywhere in the world without a checked-in baggage.
wow. Yeah.
We're going to have to interview you
Our
for the other
suitcase-
channel. Like,
Our suitcases are already almost 40 pounds.
Okay. So I have traveled, of course, I traveled to India without checked-in baggage, but that's no surprise because I have stuff there. But I traveled to Australia, I've traveled to, many, and for multiple weeks. So that's my superpower.
Wow.
I think I can do it for a couple of weeks. It's 9 weeks. Like, I was really thinking, because I've really, like, again, and the reason I even want to bring this up to everybody else is because if you're a person, everybody's creative, A, in my opinion. B, if you're like, oh, I didn't do anything creative, maybe look and see if there is something that you did that you still needed to take off your to-do list, but you did it in a creative way. That's because I had to think about that. I'm like, I haven't done anything creative. And then I'm like, no, I have. But like, I think for our shorter trips or one season trips, I can do a half roller bag. I have this little roller bag and my new little backpack. And I think I can do that. Possibly even my backpack, but I travel with a pillow. I'm so bougie. Actually, I'm old. I have a pillow and a CPAP machine. So those are two things that kind of mess everything else up.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets challenging. And does it count as creative if you like research and then you change the way that you're doing something because you realize that the way that you're doing it is maybe you were thinking about it wrong, and then you see somebody else's idea and then you put it into action for yourself?
Absolutely.
Does that still count?
It is creativity because, first of all, creativity starts with questioning that why am I doing something the same way? And so thinking about what could I do differently? And definitely. So what did you do?
I got creative with rubber bands.
Okay. Let's
I
hear
watched a video where this guy was just teeny tiny rolling up all his clothes and rubber banding them on the end so that they couldn't come undone.
Wow.
And when you do that, you can make them so tight in there and you can get like 2 or 3 levels of them. And I actually got all my pants and all my shirts, except for my dress shirts, but all my other shirts, in half of my carry-on suitcase. And
Wow.
not like one half, I'm talking half of a half.
Wow.
So, yeah, and I ran out of rubber bands because we don't really have a lot of rubber bands around. So I went and bought some rubber bands, and I'm going to take it all out and I'm going to redo it and make it even smaller.
It's my fault. It's because one of my weird quirks is I don't think you should buy rubber bands because they just keep coming to you for free, you know, on vegetables or things. And she's like, no, all those are
They got
rotting.
like dry rot. You go to, they all just snap as soon as you try to use them. So we have new rubber bands now. Thank you, Staples, for my rubber bands. And then we'll.
Great. So my creativity this month was that I had not posted much on my YouTube channel. And so I have been toying with this creative idea for a while. And the seed of it goes back to one of these positivity circles way back. When I had said that, you get so much light from the sky, but space is really dark. I had said that I don't expect anyone to remember that, but I remember. And then I was thinking about it, is the sky really dark? The more I thought about it, I thought that sky is never dark. It's just our limitation. So I made a video on that. The sky is never dark. I'm going to post a link to it right here. The sky is never dark video. And I will now ask the audience anything you would like to share. Okay, Apple is saying, I bought rubber bands today for an art project. Felt weird buying something that comes. Yeah. I save rubber bands and the twist ties from the produce or whatever, bread.
I have so many twist ties, and they just
ridiculous.
get longer and longer now, like for the broccoli and things.
Yes.
Have you found a good way to use them up?
Ramya is saying, amazing, Sangeeta. I wish I had that superpower.
And I did put those up while we were talking, so people
thank
could
you.
kind of, and that's all, those were about your packing superpower. We're all impressed.
Yeah, I still, I so want to be a one bagger, just the one backpack and then the smaller one on the front. And I just I think I can pull it off for maybe some shorter trips, but for these longer trips, there's just no way I can do it. I just can't.
Yeah. The necessity is the mother of invention, right? So when Anu was little, I used to travel with her to India, just me, because India is not Dilip's thing. So I had her, I had the stroller, and so I was like, if I am pushing her in the stroller, there is no way I can pull something, a roller. So I was like, okay, I need to be able to fit everything in one backpack so that either she's in the stroller or the backpack's in the stroller if she's on my shoulder. So on my shoulder, I kept switching based on what she needed. Either she was in the stroller, she was on my shoulder. And when she was on my shoulder, the backpack was in the stroller. So that's how I managed, like I learned how to manage things with those restrictions.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, I think that's kind of what threw us off is it's like, oh, we're going to have to drag this stuff on cobblestones and everything else. So, and in and out of trains. So I don't want anything super heavy that I have to take my 3 minutes to get out of that train and stress out over, right? So
We're having train trauma flashbacks is what's happening. Jeremy's saying, I can see people's true nature, not the show they present. That's what he's saying his superpower is.
that's awesome.
Why don't you tell people how you were creative too last month?
That's right.
Yeah, being able to read people is definitely a superpower because so many people are so naive.
And Apple says, lately I've been making paper flowers to arrange for still life painting. My cat eats flowers and I needed a safer way to have bouquets. I'm also making paper mache vases. That's amazing.
Oh, how cool.
Wow.
And Ramya says, I have started to explore my singing and acting skills more thanks to the positivity circle last month, thanks to this amazing community here. That's amazing. Yay.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I saw her songs on Instagram. I heard her songs on Instagram.
Nice.
Great songs.
Oh, that's awesome. Jeremy says, what was last month? April. Oh, no. March. March was the tough.
March creativity.
Great. So now we are coming almost to the halfway point, and I'm going to disclose our first surprise. So for our cosmic meditation, we have Ramya singing the Serene Sisters Song. She is so talented. She learned the song. She sent me a recording, and I put it into the video. And we are now ready to play. Shall we please play the song? Serene.
We are voyagers on an unknown way. We are voyagers on an unknown way. A fleeting spark in the cosmic sway. A fleeting spark in the cosmic sway. We are voyagers on an unknown way. Earth, our home, a fragile place where life is born as seasons change. A speck of life so rare and pale, swirling in infinite gale. We are voyagers on an unknown way. What a marvelous thing to be alive, to touch, to feel and believe. What a marvelous thing to be alive, to touch, to feel and believe. The journey is hard, a battle uphill. Hold hands tight in tears and smiles. Hold hands tight in tears and smiles. Because we are voyagers in an unknown way. Stars may fade and galaxies turn. Yet love is what we're here to earn. Yet love is what we're here to earn. Yet love is what we're here to earn.
Yay. Beautiful.
That's amazing.
So amazing. Really, it was so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with all of us.
That is great. I love that.
Yeah. And this is how I want our community to grow in a participatory way. It's not that like I am giving like a talk and everyone is listening. I would like it to be as participative as possible. So
Yeah.
if you get inspired by Ramya and if you would like to try to sing the song, please reach out to me or Kathy or share.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is like she added her own beauties to the song, like little touches here and there. Um, and because this is our song, like we can do anything with it. So the way like I say, when originally I had said uh, unknown way, and she sings unknown in a little different way, and I heard Anu said unknown way, and I started singing that way. So um, I I hope that someday I can get Anu to sing that song.
Oh, that would be amazing too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
she's a teenager and she's busy, so both of those.
All the life
Great.
of a teenager.
But Ramya,
Yes.
it was so beautiful and so brave of you to do
Yes.
as well.
And
So
absolutely creative.
yeah.
Absolutely creative. And this is not the only song she sang. I saw on her Instagram more songs. So
Nice.
very creative, Ramya. All right. So now I'm going to reveal the theme for the coming month. So I thought, uh, you know, we are in northern hemisphere. We have spring here, and this is the time for growth. So the theme for this month, April, is going to be growth. And some days you might feel like you're buried. If you feel like you're buried, grow roots. If you feel like you are able to be out in the world, grow branches. And as you grow branches, reach out to other people, other hands. So with that, can we now have 2 minutes of silence while we think about this theme of growth and see um, in your head, make a little planning as to how you can approach this theme in the coming month?
Okay, we are back.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, so any thoughts on how this theme of growth can be approached?
I was wondering if you might repeat what you said, because you said, if you are buried, grow roots. I want to write this down.
This is really
'Cause
helpful for us right now because we both feel a little buried. So
Yeah, then let's grow roots, go deep, be grounded.
And then the
And
next part.
yeah, and if you wake up and you think that you're able to see the light, then grow branches. And if you grow branches, reach out to other people. Really, this is the time that we must have each other, we must hold each other tightly. And I think about everyone, I think about this circle many times. I think about how Apple's doing, how Ramya's doing, how Jeremy's doing, and that thought about each other, and really meaning that is what we need right now. It's absolutely necessary to hold each other's tightly.
I could not agree more, because I think one of the knee-jerk reactions when news and the world gets very overwhelming is to kind of curl up in a ball.
yeah, to go hide.
And so I think it has to be like a conscious thought, a conscious decision to go and do something else.
Right. And we are still in a much, much, much better situation. There are people who do not know when a missile is going to drop on them. And I don't want to talk about negative things here, but just a reminder that
Yeah.
we are still in a much better position, and those who are in trouble need us right now. And we cannot fall into despair. No way. We will not fall into despair.
It's interesting this topic came up because I was having a discussion with another friend of ours over the weekend, and we were talking about getting out in nature and like forest bathing kind of thing, and I said, you know, I feel like because I'm a Pisces that I get a more connection with that, with the water. So if I get in the water, I feel like I'm branching out in the water, like I become one with the water. And she said to me, well, when you're in the woods or you're on the ground, have you tried taking your shoes off so that your feet are actually connecting to the earth? And I thought that was an amazing concept, and that is something that I want to try, because I think that might be the thing, because then my skin is touching the dirt and like my body touches the water. And so I feel like that's something that is worth exploring, to
And
kind of feel that connection.
yeah, and growing up in India, we used to be barefoot a lot. And I miss that here. So what I do is when I run, I go to unpaved tracks. There is one at Albular Trail. It's unpaved. And so, I have those water shoes with toes.
Yeah.
First of all, weird shoes. So first of all, those are like barefoot shoes. But on my last lap, I even take those off and I just run completely barefoot. And in the beginning, it hurts, but then your skin becomes thicker, and then it no longer hurts. So, as a matter of fact, I made a very nice friend because of this barefoot walking. And, I had invited her. I don't know. Nagme, have you joined? Say hi if you have.
Apple says, spring always feels like a celebration to me with all the flowers and tree buds popping. I like to send little notes to friends telling them what I love about them and celebrate each other. That's another amazing idea.
Yeah, no, that
That's
really
really cool.
is. Yeah, spring is my favorite. What I say that, so there are a lot of things that tend to be my favorite when I'm in the middle of it. So like spring is my favorite and fall is my favorite too. I like winter. I don't really care for summer anymore. It's okay. Right? I don't get excited about summer, but like it was, oh yes, I think she's here. Yay, welcome.
Welcome.
Hi,
We're
Nagme. I miss you.
Oh, it's so good to see you here. Thank you for coming. But so we came from the West Coast, and we had been down like in Colombia and Guatemala and places like that, and then flew back, and we had been gone a whole month. Well, when we left, there weren't leaves really on the trees. And then we came back and all the leaves are on the trees.
Everything
Things
was so
are
green,
blooming.
and then of course the pollen, and and it was just I don't know. It just felt like
I always just feel like it's like the air is more nourishing, even though I'm sneezing from the pollen in North Carolina.
yeah.
Um,
If we get some rain, it'll be gone.
but it's still even just looking out my house and just seeing everything so rich and full and green. I really like that you're saying growth, and because it's just all around us right now.
Yeah. And, since Nagme I see that she has joined, I must say this, that, can you still hear me?
Yes, I just moved it to the other one.
Okay. So Nagme and I became friends. She used to live in our neighborhood, like next subdivision. And Nagme and I became friends because she was walking barefoot on the trail. And then we started this barefoot walking club. And then Nagme is also totally responsible for these positivity circles because she used to have these monthly gatherings at her house. And um, and she is so amazing. She used to cook food for everyone. And and that inspired me to have monthly gatherings at my place, and then that led to these online positivity circles. So thank you, Nagni.
Yes, what a great idea! It's turned into this cool thing that brings us all, centers us, and gets our heads right. I think it's
Yeah.
great.
And unfortunately, she moved away, but it is good for her. She's in college now, doing her naturopathy medical school. So
Yeah,
Oh, very cool.
very cool.
so it's good for her. So now for today's recitation, I'm beginning a little bit early today because I have a lot for today's surprises. Um, so, okay, let me get to my notes. First of all, I always end my recitations with Sanskrit verses. Today I'm going to do something different. And in the end, I will also have a special guest, as I have mentioned. So, Iran has a old civilization. It is an old civilization. Exactly how old it is, I am not an expert, but how Sanskrit is the ancient Indian language, and that is thought to be the mother of the many Indian languages, contemporary languages. There used to be a language in Iran called Avesta. And I don't know if my friend Firoz has joined. Firoz, if you have joined, please say hi. Um, so when I started to know more about this language, Avesta, what I learned was that not only that it is similar to Sanskrit, many words have the same meaning, but a very interesting fact is that the ancient Sanskrit scriptures, the Vedas, the good guys in the Vedas are bad guys in Avesta, in Avestan literature. So the words are the same, but in Veda, Devas are the gods and Asuras are the demons. And in Avestan concepts, it's the opposite. So what I imagine is in the ancient time, many thousands years ago, this was all one culture. And then something happened, maybe a conflict, maybe a war, maybe a conquest, or there is a maybe a climate event, because in the ancient Sanskrit scriptures, there is a mention of a big river called Saraswati. And that river today is nowhere to be found. So that river dried up. So maybe that event or some similar event, or maybe there was a partition, or maybe the river dried up. Some people went east of Indus, some people went west of Indus, and that's how the two cultures then became two different civilizations. And just to give you an idea that since the ancient time, it is a very old civilization that has survived many calamities, conquests, these floods and droughts and river drying up events, and it is a very resilient civilization, old civilization. And at the time, there used to be a religion, Zoroastrian religion. So my friend and neighbor, Firoz, I hope Firoz has joined. He was at my first positivity circle before I had a name for it. So it's all going back to the positivity circle and the ancient civilization, and how I have met these wonderful people in my life. So Firoz was very kind to send me a prayer, a Zoroastrian prayer in Avesta. And actually, when I heard the prayer, in order to actually say it properly, I had to write it in the same script as Sanskrit. And when I started to recite it, I was like, with a little change in the intonation, I can make it sound just like a Sanskrit verse. But I'm trying to not do that right now. So here it is, a Zoroastrian prayer in Avesta language. And I asked Firoz, and he recommended that I recite it with my head covered. So I have a scarf here. Both men and women cover their heads when they recite these prayers. So I will recite the prayer and then I will say the meaning in English. Okay. So if you are a Zoroastrian, please forgive my mistakes because I do not understand the language. I'm trying. Ammairashvakvarenascha Ammai Dravatate Ammai Tanvo Vasdvarena Ammai Tanvo Veretram Ammai Ishtin Paurushkwatram Ammai Asanam Chit Vrajantim Ammai Daregam Darego Jitim Ammai Vahistem Ahum Ashonam Rochungem Vispokhatrem Athajamya Tayatha Afrinami. May you be blessed by God. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. May you be blessed by God. May God grant you a glorious future with good health, with ever increasing good health and toughness of body. May God fulfill all your wishes for prosperity and bless you with children and a long life. May God grant the best existence, full of glory and happiness. May it happen as I wish. Truth is God. Truth is best. Truth is happiness. Happiness comes to those who are good for the sake of being good and not for any reward. And I think that last thought is so important. Being good for the sake of being good. So that was a Zoroastrian prayer in Avesta. And then Nagme sent me a Baha'I prayer in English. So Baha'I is a beautiful faith. I've come to know Nagme and other friends who are Baha'i, and they're just so beautiful people. So this is how the prayer goes. O Lord, unite and bind together the hearts. Join in accord all the souls and exhilarate the spirits through the signs of thy sanctity and oneness. O Lord, make these faces radiant through the light of thy oneness. Strengthen the loins of thy servants in the service of thy kingdom. So, again, a very beautiful prayer of oneness and unity. And that's how we pray in this circle as well. And now I have a special guest. Come on over, Anu. My daughter,
Yay!
Anuragini. Come this side.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Okay, use this headsets.
It's
And-
coming out from here, the sound.
Yeah.
You can give her one. Like we have ours split too. So I have one and she has one.
Oh yeah. Okay. What are you going to sing?
Okay, I'm going to sing a Jewish prayer. Oh, you have it. Yeah.
For
Okay.
singing. Yeah.
Okay. Pardon my questionable intonation and singing here. Hashivenu, Hashivenu, Adonai Eleha, Venashuva, Venashuva, Hadesh, Hadesh, Yamenu Keketen.
That was so beautiful.
So good.
Thank you.
Here, we'll be here just so we can go. Ah. Thank you so much.
It was so good.
Thank you.
And Nagma says, beautiful. And even before the singing started, there was yay and new. Apple says, fantastic. Thank you. Anu, you would love Apple.
Yeah.
You would love Apple.
My
She's
mom has talked about Apple.
okay. Oh, so you can hear us without the things. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
Have a nice
Bye.
circle.
Bye.
Thanks
Go be
for
a
joining
teenager.
in. Go have fun.
Bye.
Well, that was a special surprise.
Yes, it was a big treat. Yeah.
And her voice is gorgeous.
So gorgeous.
Really. Mm-hmm. No wonder you, because I felt like even when you came on and even now you're like glowing.
Yeah.
Like you looked super happy.
Yeah. Because, you know, when a teenager cooperates with you, that's
And
Yeah.
Ramya said that was lovely. And then Apple said, I really enjoyed the mix of faiths today. Made me very glad. Thank you. And yeah, I feel the same way. Because it's so nice when it's a little bit from everyone, just makes it feel so much more of a bigger community, encircling a lot of different kinds of people. And for me, in this time especially, that's even more important.
Yeah. And the messages are the same across everything, right? They're all
Yeah.
the same. So we're
Exactly.
all connected because it's all the
Exactly.
same message.
exactly. Yeah. And you know what happened is sometime during this time, my earbuds died.
Oh.
And that's why I can hear it. But you have no problem hearing us, right?
No,
we
not
can
at
hear
all.
hear you great. And Jeremy said, welcome to Anu.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So that was this great positivity circle. I thought that how can I do it? How can I do it in a way that is still positive, but we are not forgetting those who are in trouble right now. We're not forgetting them. Positivity doesn't mean that you ignore what's going on around you, but still put a positive message of unity for all.
Exactly.
And it's so important to hear because like I said, it can be easy to close off, and like I know you may have different view about some of this. Like for me, like when the monks were doing the peace walk, what was so empowering to me was not that it was those monks doing the peace walk, but that there were human beings taking this action to make sure more people were looking at things in a more unified way. And so today made me feel very similar. I was like, oh, and having from different places, different religions was awesome.
Right. I mean, I, with full disclaimer that I am an atheist, but I know that religion comforts a lot of people that I care about. And so I do not mind joining in prayer with the people that I care about if that is going to comfort them.
You know, it's so funny. Every time we talk, I learn something new about you that makes me like you even more. Really, because like I always say, I'm not religious at all, but I feel like I'm very spiritual in that you do feel the trees opening up. There's so many things, and it just makes me respect you even more about how you participate to help others sometimes. And for me too, sometimes, especially because we live in the South, so there are some people who would love it if you would do what they do religion-wise. And so sometimes you get the heebie-jeebies when you hear something from another, but having it spread out amongst different religions, to me and possibly to other people, makes it a lot more palatable. And it also helps us remember how different we are and how the same we are. So thank you.
Yeah, and you know, there have been times when I have refused to participate when I felt like I was being forced into it. And I do it with full disclaimer that I'm doing this because it is comforting you. That's the only reason I would do it. So that's that.
No, I think it's amazing because I have a friend who, because where we live, a lot of times you could go to the grocery store and someone's going to say, "Have a blessed day," and I always translate that to, "I want you to have the very best kind of day that I could possibly think of."
Yeah, I don't get mad about that. I don't get mad.
She gets mad, and so
No, there's no point. There's no point. I don't mind wishing Merry Christmas. There's nothing wrong in that. Happy Diwali, Merry Christmas. Fine. I don't mind that at all. If that's what somebody is celebrating, then that's how you should wish them.
Right, yeah, and I try to, as much as I can, to say happy holidays personally, because there's so many holidays out in the world that maybe I know a handful of. So because I do my best to try and be as inclusive as possible, because even just us eating vegan, right? Sometimes it's so easy to feel othered and outside of what people think of. But it's, I don't know, I just think that's a really special sentiment, that you meeting people halfway sometimes to help them is really special.
Right. All right. So, any last comments here? Apple is saying, I really enjoyed the mix of faiths today. Made me very happy. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. And unexpected in a very nice way.
Yeah. Because I was a little cranky.
She was cranky earlier.
I'm always cranky on Positivity Day. I don't know what that's about.
But then when we get off of here, she's going to be like...
And then I'll be like, woo! And it's true. So thank you so much, Sangeeta, as always, for your time and your thought and just being you.
And bringing people together and bringing more people into the circle that are contributing in amazing ways.
Thank you. Thank you all who joined this circle. I will keep you in my thoughts and you keep me in your thoughts. And we will meet next time. Do we want to announce when is the next circle?
Yep.
Yes, just give me
Oh,
I know
Nagme.
nothing off the top of my
The
head.
calendar is coming up.
Nagme is saying today is actually a Baha'I holy day of Ridwan. So
Oh,
happy to be here and thank you for all the prayers. Oh, wow.
Oh, wonderful. Hey, Lydia. And yes, the replay should be up. You just won't have all the comments, but I put most of the comments up as it's gone along, so you should be able to watch that. We are going to be having it Tuesday, May 19th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's going to be a little bit earlier because we are going to be in Brussels.
Oh, yeah.
And then for those of you who are in Kathy's Cooking Club, the next 2 days we're doing Kathy's Cooking Club for May from Southampton. I'm trying. We're set, so we're in one place, so we should be able to do well.
yeah. I think in the one place, using all our connections, I think we'll be.
We have a plan now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, Restream decides not to do anything crazy.
Exactly.
And Ramya says everything was amazing today.
It's a great session
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Thank you, Anu.
Yes, thank you, Anu, if she can hear.
Oh, Lydia's here. Hi, Lydia.
And Brussels says, or Apple says, Brussels eating sprouts. It'll be delicious.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a good month.
Have an amazing month.